Hello YouTube, Retro Dave back once again with the same beer as I had in my previous video, which I just uploaded with the new system. And as I mentioned, I just I didn't want to add on to that. I wanted that video to be especially for the new system. Now, technically, this is a pickups on the road video, but not on the road. As you can tell, I'm at home, and the reason I couldn't shoot it on the road because I had a real busy day at work today. Been working in London all day, and yeah, I just basically I couldn't stop to video with my phone. And I've been busy all day. Like I said, my previous video, it's now 10 to 2 in the morning. I've just got back, just unboxed the new system, and I just haven't had a chance to do an on the road video. I really wanted to, because I think they're kind of special, those videos, because it's different. It's kind of fresh, raw. I kind of get stuff out of charity shops or whatever, what I find, grab the iPhone, start recording, go, this is what I've got, guys. Really wanted to do it, but I just haven't had the time today. And so I'll basically give you a bit of the background. So my first job that I went on, so I'm doing this survey. So getting chat to the lady, just to explain what I'm doing. I'm there probably about an hour and a half. I get to the last part, so get towards the loft. So as I'm going in the loft, but her loft isn't quite her fourth bedroom was actually in the roof space, if that makes sense. There's like an access panel in her room, so I took the access panel off, and there's basically a bit of a small roof void where she's got some stored items in there. So I opened the door up, and yeah, so basically I opened the door, pile of bags and boxes and Christmas tree, that kind of thing. So as I'm having a little look around with my torch, to see what's in there, spot, I'll show you how I see it, that NES zapper hanging out of a carrier bag. And I thought, right, let's have a little look here. So it's hanging out the carrier bag, and then in the carrier bag was an NES. So I've said to her, sorry, bearing in mind it's 10 to 2, apologise guys. Right, so what's happened is I've spotted the gun, just peered in the bag, because it's like hanging out of an open black bin bag, and I can see the back end of a Nintendo, and I think, fucking hell, I can't let this fucking go. So I've kind of gone down the stairs and said, excuse me love, sorry to be rude. I said, but I'm just looking in your loft. I've just spotted an old Nintendo gun. She's like, oh right, yeah. And I said, just wondering kind of what you're doing with it really. And she goes, oh, it's been in the loft for about, I don't know, 10 years or whatever. And I was like, right. I said, would you be interested in getting rid of it? I said, I kind of like that kind of thing. Didn't know if you wanted to get rid of it. And she goes, well, let's go and have a look. So she's come upstairs, she dragged this back bin bag out, and it's all kind of like deteriorated and like ripped and stuff. It's been moved around several times. And in the bag with it was a Nintendo 64 and the NES, right? So I'm just gonna kind of give, now it's literally as I've took it out of the bag, so it's not in any way, shape or form how I'd normally show my stuff. It's a fucking mess, right? So I'm gonna try and do my best to lift it all up without dropping it. There you go. NES with gun, wires, lots of wires, right? And then N64 was in there as well, all dusty in there. It's all dusty now, I haven't touched it really, I haven't cleaned it or anything. Yeah, so NES, N64, and I said to her, would you be interested in getting rid of it? And she goes, yeah. She goes, I was actually gonna clear this loft out and do like a charity shop run or a tip run. So she said, yeah, so you can have it. I said, okay, cool. I said, what do you want for it? She goes, no, you can take it. I was like, oh, come on. I said, I can't take it for free. And she said, well, you're doing me a favour, it's one of this bag I've got to sort out. And I was like, well, if you insist. So there you are guys, how fucking jammy is that? I got an NES with, hang on, because it's in here. The classic Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. It's got a sticker on the back. It's got, obviously there's, I guess, their name. Yeah. So I've got the console with that, and the instruction manual is kind of here, but it's kind of separated into 3 parts, which is a bit of a shame because I haven't actually got the manual for the original manual. It's kind of come apart a little bit. Maybe I can sort that out. And it comes with one other game. This is a little bit of a gem, really. Probotector has got label damage, but yeah, it's Probotector and it's Contra, so happy days with that. I've already got it, but other than that, it hasn't got anything else wrong with it. And it comes with an N64 with no games, but it did have gold N64 controller. Now the stick is a little bit on the baggy side, and it has got a fair bit of scratching in places. I mean, on the whole it don't too bad, but on the corners it's a little bit rough around the edges, if you know what I mean. That being the worst of it right there. I've tested it, works absolutely fine, but yeah, to have a gold controller, I haven't got one of these, so I'm going to keep this. Now, the reason I'm a little bit pissed off that I haven't shown this down this video as I got it was because my mate, again, Mr. Smith 85, for those of you that haven't checked him out yet, he's basically one of the best mates. He's just started out on YouTube, so go and check him out. He actually went and bought himself an N64 today, down the road from where I live, and he's kind of bought it boxed with games, 35 quid, which ain't a bad deal, to be honest. He's come round mine to show me, because I was going to do a little deal with him, with some bits and bobs, and basically it was listed. Basically what happened was he bought it. It was listed with a faulty power pack, which was a bit shit, really. And I said, when I rang him up and told him, you ain't gonna believe this, mate, but I've only been given an NES and an N64 today. I said, you know, if you want, we'll do a deal and you can have the N64 power pack, and then you've got one to spare for a spare. He's like, okay, we'll come around and sort it out. So he's come around mine, and we've got the N64 out of the box and that, plugged it all in, and it worked. Plugged it in the mains, just quickly plugged it in, power come on. Thought, well, what's wrong with the power pack? So we're thinking, result here, there's nothing wrong with it. Plug it all into the telly, tune it all in, and the picture it was really weird. Like the picture, you could see the picture, but it was almost like it was a mixture of white, red, and that. It was like scratchy lines all around the image. It was really weird. Like it was something wrong with the N64. Plugged mine in, just basically swapped the cables over and the game over, and the one I got for free worked absolutely perfect. So he was more than fucking pissed off, because if it was just a power pack, it wouldn't be such a problem, because I was happy to give him the power pack, because, you know, I said, oh, you know, it's my mate, I'll give it to him. But to find out he's just gone and spent 35 quid and then a 64 is fucked, was a bit of a downer. Now, being that he's my best mate, I've just said, you know what, mate, just take this N64, have it. You know, we'll do a little deal now, but I wasn't give you the power pack, but I said, you know, you might as well take the whole thing. So I gave him the N64, basically the whole thing, apart from the controller. I've kept the controller, and I've given him a third party aftermarket one that I had sitting about. It worked perfectly, turbo buttons and everything. I thought, well, I'll give him that one, because I'd want to have all genuine Nintendo ones, although this one's a little bit rough around the edges. I've now got 4 genuine Nintendo controllers, so happy with that. Anyway, so the trade I did with him when he came round was I gave him the whole console, and I gave him that Mega Drive box I showed my room tour. It was on top of my cabinet, which was actually originally his anyway. I'll give it back to him, because now he started collecting again. I've let him have the box and the console, and in return Out of the deal, the bundle he bought, I wanted the box, so the box is in a fairly roughish shape. The box and the inserts for the N64, it's got a hole there, get my finger in there. Yeah, it's got the polystyrene in there, it's got the instruction manual and stuff. So I've now got a box, my N64. And this is what he bought. So he's taken the console out, I've kept the box. And one of the games he picked up, there was a few box games and a couple of loose carts. I thought, well, I'll just have one loose cart, and I know he wants the box game, so I'm okay with that. And I just grabbed Lego Racers. I haven't got it. Kind of a little bit of a Mario Kart spin-off from what we literally played it for 5 minutes, or less than that, just to test the system out, really. So I grabbed that, grabbed the box. So I've kept the controller, and I basically gave him the whole thing. And then I've ended up with the NES anyway. So I mean, I haven't lost out in any way, shape or form. I've helped my mate out, so I'm pleased with that. So that was kind of what I picked up on the road. But as I say, I would like to have shown you the N64 in the bag as I got it out the loft, and it was literally in the back of my van. The minute she said just take it, I was like, well, before you change your mind, just go straight in the van. And and I would have loved to have done the job, got my phone out, done a little video, but I just couldn't, didn't have time. So I'm kind of showing you now, kind of after I've got rid of the N64, but I've still got the NES, guys. So I'm really pleased with it. Now there's four controllers, right? Now 2 of the controllers, I don't know what has happened to them, but they've I'll show you. I'm gonna move this right. So 2 controllers, absolutely fine. And there's another 2, right, that have got like those insulation tape wrapped around the cables. Why would you do that? Unless the cable is fucked, which I don't know. But I'm not going to get rid of these controllers with this cable on, because I wouldn't want to buy controllers with insulation tape all over them. I think I'm just going to keep them as spares and probably rob them for the actual the covers, because I think one of mine's a little bit discoloured, so I might just rob the back of it. I'm not going to sell these, I'm going to keep these for spares, I think. So I've got the whole action set. I know there's one particular YouTuber that would be very interested in this Nintendo, and I've kind of half mentioned to him about doing a little deal with it. I I'm not looking to make a killing. I know I got it for nothing, but get a little something for it would be nice. So everyone's a winner, kind of thing. So this may appear on someone's pickups in the very near future. Not too sure as yet, but just keep an eye out for it, because you may see it again. So that's basically it. That was the pickups on the road, but no longer on the road. We're in here. So that was basically it, guys. That's kind of what I wanted to show. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed the video I've also just done of my new system. Again, I've literally shot this video straight after doing the other one. So I'm going to go to bed now. It's 2 in the morning. I've got a busy weekend this weekend, so I'm going to be off ski. So thanks for watching. Please comment, rate and subscribe, and no doubt I will be back with another video in the very near future. So cheers, guys, thanks for watching, and see you next time.